cool that he could have that outlet, and we're really happy to be working with him for sure.
Right on. Well, we're going to get to the one song that we played quite a few times on the show before. So this is a single by Nimue. This one's called Everything I Wanted. Dig this.
You were everything I
Same way, Everything I Wanted. Now, we've played this song a few times before. It's been a while, and the last time we played the Manor, since we're on the show for this and we comment on it, and it's a fantastic song. And like we've said many times before, out of everything, people enjoy your vocals the most, and just the heart and soul that goes into it, because it's a pretty deep song. And like I really appreciate it, really enjoyed it, and we were saying off air that a lot of people kind of felt the same way, kind of hit the right place at the right time. So I'll let you expand a little bit on that.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people message me and tell me that that song came out at a time that they needed to hear it, and just how much they appreciated the sentiment that was behind it. It made me feel really good, because that song, it didn't come lightly. Obviously, we write songs to kind of like alleviate ourselves of internal feelings.
Right.
And then to have someone be able to relate to that on their level is really an honor for a musician. So that felt really, really good. And, thank you. If any of you are listening, thanks very much for relating that. That made me feel awesome. So thank you.
Well, it's just one of those things. And one thing we've mentioned before a few times on the show is pretty much you guys combined is even though, Nick, you're drumming and playing your 2 cents in that way, maybe not all lyrically, but you guys are great storytellers, and that's what people like the most about the music, is because not just that song, but they can relate to all the songs just because of the storytelling aspect to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that a song that has a story or a backstory, those are typically the best. You hear a lot of pop music where the lyrics are kind of just like fluff,
Right.
And, people like to listen to it because they, you're at work or whatever, you're already trying to just get your mind away from what you're doing.
Well, exactly.
You don't have to think too much about music, but, I'm always of the philosophy that music should have some kind of a message or some kind of a story, and when you learn about the story, you dig a little deeper, or even if you don't learn about it, if the story being told relates, or you're able to relate to it somehow, then the story can almost be anything,
Well, lyrically and musically, that song's pretty simple. I mean, it's not hugely complicated lyrically, but it's the repetitiveness of the lyrics and the droning aspect of the music kind of tie into, like, just this pressurized feeling that was behind writing it and to begin with. So, I mean, the repetition of specific lyrics kind of solidifies the point being made, right. And that's what people, I think, attach themselves to. But, I mean, like, Nick has a point where a lot of music now is sort of written... I mean, it's written to get people pumped up, which is awesome.
Right.
But, I mean, what do you listen to when you're feeling introspective, or when you're feeling, like you want to try to think about something? I always put music on when I want to think about something important. Right. And I hope that that's what people listen to, and they do. And that's really cool that people do that.
I kind of do the same thing, and one album that... it's one of my favorites of all time, and I guess the period of time it really helped me through was Nine Inch Nails' album, The Fragile.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Probably one of my all-time favorite albums, and it was such a good album. Just it helped me work through a lot of things. Like, I could relate on some aspects, not everything, but just the flow of that album and everything else just kind of like really kind of got me hooked and sunk in right away. So I was able to listen to from start to finish, like really from, because how it's marked left and right CD, like, so I went left, right, and finished the entire thing. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a masterpiece, but I'm just relating to that sort of fact that there are so many tunes that help you work through, because obviously it's not about you, but you can relate, just because at some point, I mean, everybody's fighting something at some point, like,
yep,
demons or whatever it may be, and that's one outlet that's always almost a surefire one to kind of sink yourself and kind of get lost in it a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, music can really heal people, and people need to let it do that, So it's important to have a balance with the things that you're listening to, and there's music that I listen to when I'm happy. I have a summer playlist versus a winter playlist. I've got music for every emotion, known to man. You know what I mean? It's important to be able to kind of balance that out and embrace that.
I tell you, that being said, when summertime rolls around, one of the first songs I always play on the first day of summer is Jane's Addiction, Summertime Rolls, off Nothing Shocking.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's such a cool, mellow song, but just the kind of the steady flow, and then it kind of comes in, not too heavy, but good enough to get the point across. And you know, it's one of my favorite tunes, so it's one of those things I listen to. And of course, Perry Farrell. I mean, how can you even duplicate that voice, right?
I know, it's crazy. So good.
So, are you guys working on anything new at this point, or like, are you got an EP coming out? So, what's the projected time frame of that? Any at all, or do you have one?
We're going to be releasing another single very shortly called "Red and Gold," and this song touches on sort of semi-feminist subject matter relating to women having control of their own bodies, relating to like abortion rights and medical rights for women seeking birth control and having access to those services. And it's kind of it's got kind of a punky kind of element to it, with kind of like sing-along-y kind of lyrics. It's a little bit more upbeat and kind of like na 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 than Everything I Want It Is.
Right.
So it'll be a nice kind of yin to Everything I Want It's yang, let's say, and that'll be coming out shortly. Let's say within the next month or so. And then we're projecting to release a 5-song EP in the fall.
Okay. Now, that being said, Everything I Wanted was pretty much all you lyrically, that sort of thing. Now, the next few songs, is it all you lyrically again, or is it a collaboration? How's it working?
I write all the lyrics,
okay.
Yeah.
The reason why I was asking is because, I know this project is like a reflection on a lot of soul stuff you've done over the past years. And Rose Cora Perry and the Truth Untold, same sort of thing, and that's what the Truth Untold is. It was a project of hers that she kind of put together, and then got a band that kind of formalize it. So that's the reason I was asking about that, because I thought it was pretty cool that that someone on the same not guidelines, but kind of same path as far as what you want to do.
Yeah, her and I have been chatting. We sort of bonded, I suppose, on that aspect where both of us were sort of like supplementing other bands for a long time and not really embracing kind of our singer-songwriter roots in that sense, or neglecting them, let's say. And then now we're focusing on honing our craft and sort of making that kind of the forefront of our musical kind of performance nowadays. And it feels good because it's like we're being true to ourselves now, It's like we're not just supplementing another project or doing something we feel kind of like about. We're doing something that really means something to us now, that comes straight from us.
Right.
So we've been sort of bonding over that aspect, which has been cool. And we're actually planning a show with her in August. So that'll be cool. Look out for that.
I will definitely be there. And you know what? When I interviewed her in the band a couple weeks ago, she was a lot of fun. I mean, it was just kind of like our first interview. Like we were laughing the entire time, had a good time. It was so funny, and I saw them live for the first time a couple weeks ago at an event called Bark in the Park. But it was really cool, so I bought the CD. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to play anything until the fall until it's released, and I gave my word, so I will not do it. It's really good. I really enjoyed it, but I'm just waiting for the word from her to say, okay, now it's cool to play, because we had a couple little teasers, so 30-second teasers that we played in the interview as well. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, that'll be exciting.
But she's a nice person, and I had mentioned you, Anne, and she'd mentioned like, oh yeah, we've been talking on Facebook, and she's very excited to meet you, by the way. So.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I look forward to meeting her.
And she's a super cool person. And it was funny because when we were doing the interview, before I used the Facebook and used the live stream, pull up Snapchat, and the best question ever, because I pull up, it's like, what are you doing? It's like, Snapchat. It's like, oh, okay. So, but just the way she said, it's like, what are you doing? Like, like, is this a bad thing? Is this a good thing? Like, so.
Black screen of death.
Right, exactly. Eh?
It's just Snapchat.
So, right on. So, now we're going to get to some other music.
Nice.
So, we'll still do some questions about the bands. But first up, we're going to get to a band from Whitby, Ontario, because this is pretty much all Canadian music.
Mm-hmm.
and the band's called Hidden Moon, and the song is called, if I can find it here,